What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are checking out this Range Rover Sport SVR facelift. Now, we have done the pre-facelift a long time ago, but as you probably know by now, Jaguar Land Rover in the Netherlands don't really like us. They don't really like what we do, and they don't think that their brand is suitable for our channel. So we have to get these cars in different ways, which is hard sometimes. But luckily, Sjoerd over at Driver's Dream has bought himself a new daily. He had a regular Range Rover Sport before this, but he thought it was time for an upgrade. Very, very nice. He has done 16,000 kilometers in the first 4 months of ownership. So he does really use it well. Now, he also organizes tours, like car rallies basically, and he has to do research trips, of course, and he did the Arctic tour with this car as well. So you can see it still has a bit of PPF here, which is coming off, but that is just an extra layer because he was going on the Arctic tour. So don't mind that, it is going to be removed very soon. But this is a real workhorse. It's getting used well, which is really cool. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at the spec and the interior, of course, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, go check out Driver's Dream if you don't know it. It is a Dutch channel. Sjoerd is a true petrol head. He has great taste in cars as well, and we've done some stuff with them before. So go check out their channel, Instagram. I'll link everything in the description as well. The facelift Range Rover was introduced in 2017, and it is quite a comprehensive facelift. The entire front end was done, the rear end, the interior got an upgrade as well, and it is a very good looking car if you ask me. We've got bigger air intakes at the front for more and better cooling for that supercharged V8. Very aggressive front bumper with those little intakes on either side as well. SVR badge in the grille there too. It's quite low for an SUV, of course, the front bumper. It looks very muscly. And with the facelift, they also introduced the optional carbon fiber bonnet. You could get with like 2 stripes of paint on the side and a big slab of carbon fiber in the middle. But this car doesn't have it. Luckily, I don't really like it. I don't think it fits the Sport or a Range Rover in general very well. I think it's a bit too kitschy, and it's part of the carbon exterior pack, I believe, so you get some carbon in the grille as well, or down low, I think maybe that part. You get carbon mirrors, carbon side blade, and the carbon trim at the rear as well, but I think it looks way better like this. It was an €8,500 option, I think, so quite expensive to have that carbon hood, but you don't need it. I think this looks much better. New headlights as well for the facelift, and we've got these SVR wheels, 22-inch, with behind that Land Rover brakes. Are they up for the task? This car weighs 2,300 kilos. Well, I think if you brake quite hard a few times, that they will go. They will fade quite quickly. They're not even ventilated discs. Air suspension, of course, with special configuration for the SVR to make it stiffer, lower, better handling. And then at the rear, we've got new rear lights, quite a pretty rear light. And we've got an SVR badge, some black stuff, and then the new exhaust as well, the tailpipes. Well, tailpipes, yeah, that is actually part of the exhaust. Very nice, with a valve in there as well. But I have to say, I like the look of the pre-facelift better. It had like these 4 tailpipes inside the bumper as well, and it sounded absolutely insane. It was the craziest sounding SUV out there. But of course, because of the OPF that has to be installed in the car, this car is a lot quieter, but it still sounds amazing actually. It's still one of the best sounding SUVs out there, definitely. So the engine also got a nice little upgrade for the facelift. Still the 5-liter supercharged V8 with 575 horsepower and 700 newton meters of torque, which is 25 horsepower and 20 newton meters up from the pre-facelift. 0 to 100, 4.5 seconds, top speed 280 kilometers an hour. Both of those we haven't been able to get, so it doesn't seem to go any faster than like 272 on the GPS, and 0 to 100 I think we did 4.85 or something like that. But anyway, those are the claimed numbers. It doesn't really matter anyway. That's not really what this car is about. It is about the space, about the practicality, and about the comfort and the sound, of course. So interior wise, we had a big upgrade. Also new seats, which are 30 kilos lighter than the previous SVR seats, which of course with 2300 kilos you're not going to notice that, but they are very nice, supportive, comfy. And then of course the interior itself had a massive upgrade as well. So this is all new, the dual touchscreen setup with these two dials, which you can use to do the seat heating as well. As you can see, when you press it, you have ventilated and heated seats, and then if you press it again, you go back to climate. It all works pretty well, but I have to say the icons are quite small. So I guess if you are driving fast or at night or whatever, you have to look at it to hit it, basically, which I don't like about touchscreen setups. That's why I like knobs, buttons, dials. You can do that blindly. Other than that, we've got the main screen right here with all your infotainment stuff. This is mostly car setup related. So of course we're going to hit dynamic mode right there, which is going to lower the air suspension, tighten up the air suspension as well. Steering is a bit heavier. Gearbox and engine go in the most aggressive setting. And then we can hit this little helmet here, and we can use that to set up the My Dynamic mode, which is engine, steering, gearbox, and suspension. Which I'm actually going to go for comfort for the suspension. That is better for the Autobahn, of course. A lot of carbon fiber, aluminium, nice steering wheel. Yeah, this is a very nice interior. Very, very luxurious and modern, and beautiful pedal shifters as well. And we've got a steering wheel with a little bit of carbon and an SVR logo as well here. So yeah, quite a nice spec. A lot of carbon on the doors as well even. So a lot of carbon fiber actually. Very cool. This is Sjoerd's daily as well. So he brings the kids to school, and man, it is an awesome car for that. All right, let's take it for a drive. So ZF 8-speed gearbox. Put that in sport. We've got the car in dynamic. We'll keep the suspension in dynamic for now as well. And we'll switch that on the Autobahn, but that is really, really nice. It's still one of the best sounding SUVs. Even though it is a lot more civilized than the pre-facelift, it's still very nice. Gear shift is actually pretty good as well, quite quick. That's not bad. Now, we also have a digital screen there, which we had before. But if you want to take a look at the pre-facelift interior, I'll insert a POV of that car right now, and you can see that this is indeed a big step up. This is so much more modern, and it is quite a big facelift. This, if you put a pre-facelift and a facelift next to each other, you would think that it's a different generation. Handling wise, it still pitches and rolls when you hit the throttle, which I like actually, because I don't need my SUV to be rock hard like a BMW X5M or something like that. Competition mainly, that one is crazy. I like this better. It still handles a lot better than a standard sport, of course. It is lower, stiffer, more aimed at driving a B road, but still it remains a big ass 2300 kilo Range Rover. So that thunderous V8 is very nice. You can't really hear the supercharger in here, but it's there, believe me. So as I said, 4.5 seconds from 0 to 100. Well, what does that look like? That is 70 kilometers an hour, because that is what is allowed here. Man, it does really sound good, and especially if you sit in the rear, you can hear that exhaust even louder. Okay, we're going to go for suspension in comfort for the Autobahn and everything else in dynamic. I think the air suspension will lower anyway once we get up to speed. So there we go, full throttle. Go, manual mode. And as I said, top speed is 280, but we were not able to get there. But we'll see how far we can get right now. But it actually moves. It's not a slow car, even though it is very heavy. Now, of course, we also measured the 100 to 200 performance, which was just over 11 seconds, which is not super quick for this amount of power. But again, is a car like this really about that? I don't think so. And of course, aerodynamically speaking, it's not as slippery as a Cayenne Turbo. And I think this car will still hold its own off-road, assuming you have the correct tires, of course. You still have all the terrain response stuff, of course, even though it has been set up for road driving mainly. Competitors, as I said, that BMW X5M competition, Porsche Cayenne Turbo, Mercedes AMG GLE, Audi RSQ8 maybe. They all really have their own like character, which is very, very nice. Woo! Now, compared to those other SUVs, I think this does have a very nice mix of road, off-road, daily usability, maybe the best of them all. I mean, you do have that crazy V8, that sort of compensates for everything else, you know. It's just about that V8 and about the styling, the feel of a Range Rover, of course, that really set this car apart. Very, very nice daily. One of the best out there, probably. I mean, you've got everything. So Stuart, congratulations on your beautiful new Range Rover. Thanks for letting us have a go in it. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel, Driver's Dream. I'll link it on screen right now as well. You can also check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.